Hello, I'm Gus Downing, publisher and editor of the D&D Daily, and this is the LP News Network. We're here today with Ed Wolf, the Vice President of Business Development for WG Security Products in the U.S. The Silicon Valley has long been the world's center of technological innovation, so it should come as no surprise that WG is located at its very heart in San Jose, California. Incorporated in California in 1998, WG has been turning heads in the EAS and RFID industry with its ingenuity and out-of-box thinking since its inception. While their concentration remains on loss prevention and asset protection solutions, their products know no bounds, with applications ranging from multimedia panels, silicone wafer fabrication, industrial design, as well as research and development in a variety of high-tech areas. WG is guaranteed to have a technologically advanced answer to your monitoring questions. Their international staff of engineers work hard every day to provide tomorrow's answers to today's questions. Featuring outside-the-box thinking that their competitors cannot match, WG is bringing LP solutions into the 21st century and beyond. WG was formed more than 16 years ago. They've maintained their international presence with corporate and warehousing locations in California, Shanghai, and Germany. Their products can be seen all over the world, from North America to Europe, Asia, the Middle East, Africa, Australia, and Latin America. Their expansive business partner network abroad and regional specialists in the United States ensures that WG is never too far away from you. Ed, welcome and thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Gus. Thank you for having me.
Ed, you've been helping to lead the U.S. effort for some time now, and can you give us a feel for how WG is making an impact and what are some of the product lines and efforts and even the source tagging, green tag program is up to, and how do you feel they're really making a difference to the industry?
Well, Gus, what we do at WG is we work with our retail business partners to solve chronic shortage and operational problems. So we take a traditional EAS approach. However, traditional EAS approaches don't always solve unique problems within companies. One of our primary thrusts in the last several years has been to attack the in-store tagging issues. Mm-hmm. In-store tagging is always been inefficient. It's been inconsistent. It costs a lot of money. We've developed a very robust process by which we can source tag hard tags, quality hard tags for retailers, and we're doing that for several of our retailers now, and several more are looking at the process as we get into it. We've looked at wardrobing, for example. It's a phenomenon in the retail where primarily women customers, but it's been a problem for with men as well, that they will buy a designer item, designer outfit, party dress, return it to the retailer after they wear it to the event, and try to get a full refund. That ends up being that the retailer is basically, they didn't rent the merchandise because they didn't actually pay any rental.
But yet they wore it.
Yet they wore it and now it's used. Now we have another phenomenon that occurred in light of looking at this sort of thing with some of our partners, is that some of the online retailers are finding that counterfeit products are coming back to them. Designer products they sell are being returned to them as counterfeits. So now we may want to apply the same method of detecting this wardrobing issue to that counterfeit issue. We also are attacking the whole issue of VAS service, which has always been a problem in the industry because we have so many stores throughout the country. So we've developed Wi-Fi systems to be able to remotely tune those systems. And then we're looking at what are the chronic problems in terms of how do we protect merchandise, and we're trying to do it easier and more effectively for the retailer. Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at specific issues and problems and trying to solve them for the retailer.
Yes, I mean my background is as a VP of loss prevention for over 30 years. So, and when someone brings a problem to us, we work with them to solve the problem, not just selling something that's off the shelf.
Mm-hmm. As it relates to your Wi-Fi system, That means that there's a Wi-Fi in the pedestals, and that you can service them remotely and reduce that service expense, so to speak. Can you walk us through how they do that and how easy it is for the retailer and what's the benefit?
Certainly. They right now what we can do, there's a couple different ways you can do it, but you get a Wi-Fi hotspot to the location. We can overnight it to them and have it to them the next morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. You turn it on, and then we can look at what's causing the need for service, whether it's tuning. We can tell if there's tags in the field. We can tell if it's a phasing problem with another retailer that just installed another EAS system in the mall or in their location. We can tell if it's a problem with equipment. Then what we can do, and that takes out those issues that take out about 60% of the need for a technician to go out to the store.
So you're saving time, saving money, doing it remotely, and if I'm correct here, it's also possibly an app on a smartphone, that some store management can actually have that app on their smartphone, and therefore you don't even have to send them the hotspot.
Well, we just recently had one of our customers in England, in London. We called the store manager to talk with her about what her concerns were, because she had some false alarming, and she had a smartphone that had a hotspot. She turned it on. We serviced her. We tuned her system in 15 minutes.
Saving the service call, the subcontractors going out there and taking time to do that, and the money to do that as well.
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
There's been a lot of talk about your Ninja tag and your big box merchandise protection standards. I believe you have a new application for it.
Well, in working through with one of our customers, they had a chronic problem that said that, we haven't been able to have a solution for the protection of baby formula, for example, or actually cylindrical packaging, because all of the packaging, all of the security devices out there just don't work with a rounded packaging. So what we did is we developed a Ninja tag. A number of our retailers are using it very successfully and like it very much. And so we developed a Ninja tag that you can apply to a cylinder. And now we'll be testing that on baby formula so that the store can pack out as much of the baby formula as they have. And currently in this one particular retailer, they literally have 5 of them on the shelf. And that's not enough. And so when they get purchased or stolen, they're out. And so we can. They came to us with this issue. We talked about it with our industrial engineers and our design engineers, and came up with a solution.
We've also heard a lot about throughout the media about your seal tag, what you were referring to about wardrobing and counterfeiting issues and such. Can you explain the seal tag to us?
Sure. A seal tag is not an EAS tag. It's simply a plastic tag with the pin that at the point of sale, when the customer purchases designated stuff. It used to be just party dresses. Now it's kind of expanded to a much larger group of merchandise. But they put it on at the point of sale. They explain it to the customer, and they tell them that if you take this tag off, that you can't return it. You take it off because you're wearing it to the party or you're wearing it to the social event.
That I believe Sex and the City TV show made popular?
Well, it was 10 years ago, or 10 or 15 years ago, that Kerry Washington on Sex and the City, was having a problem being able to afford a dress to go to a party, and she came up with this brilliant idea of going into Bloomingdale's and buying a dress. It was $600 at the time. At 10 years ago, that was a very expensive dress. Today, it's an expensive dress. And she said she didn't have a problem with it because all she had to do was return it. And everybody thought that was just wonderful. All of her friends did. And started a trend toward it, and which in the last couple of years has become pronounced. So a number of retailers that we service are using a version of the seal tag, And now the largest online retailer in the world is testing it because of not only the issue of counterfeiting, but also the potential for, making sure that returns are appropriate.
So the bottom line is, if you purchase it, the tag comes off. If the tag comes off, you don't get to return it.
Right.
So that's taking a rather stringent policy with a customer. I mean, have you
Well,
heard any feedback from that?
Well, the issue, interestingly enough, one, the commission salesperson loves it because they don't get a return on her. But the other thing is that I was in one of the stores that does this, and a customer came up to the to the department manager, who she knew, and thanked her for the procedure because she felt that she was buying used dresses when she came into this retailer. And in fact, because of the return rate, she was. So yes, I think what you're really saying is that's not appropriate to do any longer. So it hasn't had a negative impact on sales. And it has had a very positive impact on damages, that they had the damage out, and returns.
Which would mean the sales numbers go up.
Right.
Yeah. Can you talk to us about RFID is gaining momentum? And I see that WG's new Eyes on You system, which is incorporating the RFID technology. Can you describe that for us briefly?
Sure. RFID, we'll embed an RFID chip in a 3-alarm tag currently, and we put it on a number of different products in the store. We can identify what that product is, so as it goes out of the store, it causes an alarm. We tie it into the closed circuit TV, take a picture of it, but we also know then that it is a flat screen TV that's leaving right now, and you can then identify patterns against just having.
So you see the item, the customer, or the individual leaving with the product, instantly, real time.
Right.
Oh, excellent. Is there anything else about WG that?
No, I think that the key to us is that if you've got a problem that is a chronic problem, and you've asked all of our competitors what we can do about it, give us a shot.
Thanks for being here today, Ed.
My pleasure.
Well, that's it for this episode. We'd like to thank you for watching. So until next time, let's keep them all safe out there.